everyone, this is Ann from the Licking Park District, and I am here to talk about fairy wands today. So you may have heard that we have a fairy trail at Infirmary Mound Park. So we have a village that the fairies created out on the wildflower trail, and they love it when people come in their own fairy finery. So if you have clothes to wear, or maybe you make a crown, or like I said, bring a fairy wand. Now, fairy wands are fairly easy to make. They just take some creativity, some craft supplies, so whatever you have at home, and a stick. So the stick is pretty important. You want to find one that speaks to you. I like this one because it has all these bumps from when it had other branches. And you may want to take the time to remove the bark if you find it. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to decorate this. So one of the things that you want to think about is a topper. You can do a few different things. I had some old cardboard lying around, and I drew a butterfly shape. And I didn't cut the whole thing out just because I wanted to show you. So I'm going to cut the rest of the wings out. I don't have to be super careful here. And you may need to get some help with this, kids, because cardboard can be a little bit thick. And then I left a long piece. And I did this for a reason. So you can see my butterfly and then this long piece is because what I would do is I would put it against my stick, and then I would take a string, and I'm going to do this in a little bit. I'm not going to do it now, but so you can see why I left it, and I would wrap it around to hold it on the stick. The first thing I'm going to do is decorate. So this could be used, I could just paint it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some aluminum foil, and I'm going to make this look shimmery. So I'm going to do this side. I'm going to put some glue on. And this is going to get covered up, so it's not as important. And I'm going to put it down like this. And then I'm going to push. I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to kind of bend this all up so I can fold it over. And it might be a little crinkly on one side, and that's okay. And if it rips, that's okay too, because you're going to put another piece on. And maybe I'm going to rip some of this extra off, or you could cut it. And I'm just going to fold it and rip until I get it covered up. And if I have extra cardboard showing, what I'll do is I'll put a little glue on this side, a little more foil, and I'm going a little bit fast. You guys would take your time, I think, a little bit more. But then I have my butterfly, my silver butterfly. Then I would come and I would get, whether you have ribbon or yarn or string, I'd get myself a long piece. I'm going to cut this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie, and this gets tricky, but I'm just going to tie one around to hold it in place. Maybe. And then I'm going to start to wrap it. I'm just going to wrap around and around and around. And as you can see, long string can get pretty, what's the word? Unruly. So I'm going to keep wrapping until I feel like my butterfly, and you could do any shape. You could do a flower, you could do a star, you could do a ladybug. I'm going to keep going. And you can get creative. You could, every so often, tie again to help hold it in place. You just want this to keep wrapping until, when I lost my tie here, where am I? I tried to do a loop. It's when crafts go wrong here. Okay, I'm gonna keep wrapping. And now that my string is a little shorter, it becomes easier. And then I'm gonna tie it off. So I'm just gonna tie it with the loop that I went around with. So tie that off. And I have the top of my wand. Now, you could also do something similar and do a pine cone, and you would put the yarn or a string or something deep inside the pine cone and then wrap it around your stick, and you could have that and you could decorate the pine cone. So now I have this. I could use marker and paint if I wanted to decorate my butterfly. And it's probably, it might be hard to tell, and I'm not going to do a lot of this. I'm just trying to give you the idea. And then you get to have fun. Okay, so now we've reached the stage where we're going to decorate. So you've got your topper on, you've maybe wrapped it with some string, and we are going to decorate the stick. You can do this with markers, you could do this with paint, you could do this with glitter and glue, whatever you have at home. So I made a few already, but I'm gonna make some stripes going down, and I'm just using markers for now. So I'm gonna make some stripes, maybe some pink ones, maybe I'll put some purple in there, maybe I'll do some lines. Again, this is up to you, and this is your creation. And I will say the fairies, they just like to see creativity. They don't judge. So I've decorated my stick a bit, and now I'm going to add the fun part. So a wand is not complete, or I should say it can be complete, but I like to add things that flow, like ribbons or yarn or string. So I have some, this is kind of a ribbon made out of paper, and I love this color. So I cut a bunch of it, and again, you can do this with ribbon if you have it, or string. I know I've said that before, but I just want to make it clear. You can use many, many things. And I'm going to tie on this whole bunch. Maybe I wrap it a few times to kind of cover the stick a bit. And then I'm going to have quite a knot to make here. So let me get it over here. Do it this way. Maybe I'd have to do a couple. And I start to get, you know, my flow here. Then, maybe I want to add a little bit more. Now, I don't have beads or anything like that where I am. You guys may, and that is definitely something you can use to decorate. But I do have bells. So I have some of these larger ones and smaller ones. And I've found that fairies really actually like bells. They can hear us coming. Sometimes they might come and see who's coming. Sometimes it might tell them, oh, maybe I'm going to go hide away. Depends on the fairy and their personality. So I tied the bell onto some yarn, and I'm going to tie this around my wand as well. So I'm just going to do a knot here. You could glue this too if you wanted. And I have a couple of these. And maybe I'm going to make this one a little shorter. So maybe I would wrap this. Maybe I'm going to wrap it all the way down a few times. And then come back up. I've got all this stuff to work with here. Pull it tight so it stays on the stick here. And then again, tie it to secure it. And you can see by wrapping around the stick here, I got a neat effect. So you can do that with string and ribbon. So what do we think? Get in there and you can hear the bells. And if I wanted, I have some other pieces of yarn that I had cut already, so I'll put this on. One of the things that you might want to use if you have it at home is pipe cleaner. That's another thing that you can use on your wand. So I happen to have a few pieces here. So again, you can use it and just wrap it. So these are nice because they have some wire in them and they stay in place. So maybe I want to do a stripe with this silver pipe cleaner. So I end up with some glitter there. And it matches my butterfly. So what do you guys think? You get the idea? So I hope you have fun. I hope you make a wand. And I hope you visit our fairy trail at Infirmary Mound Park. And if you do make a wand, if you want, we would love to see pictures. So you can send them to us on our Facebook page or Instagram, and let us know that you enjoyed it. All right, have fun. Thank you.